Welcome to Amazing Buys, where we discuss shopping, fragrance, and do reviews. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the notification bell, like and subscribe, and let's see what's new at Five Below. Like I predicted, they have put out their back to school items out. Lots of supplies everywhere and cute items. Like I said in previous back to school videos, make sure you are comparing the price as far as the supplies because you can find similar, if not the same exact thing at other stores, and it is significantly cheaper. I would say as far as like scissors and pencils, the main school supplies, I think that Walmart has the cheapest items. I'm talking about they're under $1. So like I said, make sure you are comparing the price, especially for those that are on a budget. The display next to it had a couple of cool items. I love these jelly wrist rests. They had matching mouses and a universal stylus pen. My daughter was so interested in this. It's rechargeable at that because you can use that to draw on tablets and she loves drawing. They had some interesting safety devices like ones for a keychain, door and window, and even a doorstop one. Listen, I'm not mad at it. Those are pretty useful as long as it scares people away. Got some tech organizers at the bottom and more supplies as far as sets. You have some sharpeners, highlighter sets, depending on if you want pastel colors or the more bright neon colors. I spotted some markers and index cards. Again, compare the prices because it is cheaper at Walmart, to be honest. These calculators, it says 8 and plus, but they're very basic calculators. So I feel like maybe parents opt for those if they're wanting to just get a cute set. But these crayons, glue sticks and all that, I'm sorry, it's no hate to Five Below, but they are cheaper at Walmart. Stay tuned for that Walmart walkthrough. Okay, we're gonna do a sidebar right quick. For those who are interested in Squishmallows, it looks like they have some villain characters out. Five Below is starting to put out their Halloween stuff as well. It's kind of running into 3 different seasons. They still have summer items, they have back to school, and a little bit of Halloween peeking through. Know that beach umbrella is not part of a display, it is actually on sale. Back to the school supplies, lots of Bic and Pentel pens. They have paper at the bottom for $1. Papermate sets, Expo sets, and Sharpies. Again, it's cheaper at Walmart. All right, something that I do like that Five Below does are the backpack and lanyard accessories. So they have keychains, they have ID holders, and it's of popular characters from TV shows and movies. You have the Mandalorian, you have Marvel characters like Spider-Man and Venom, and these look like good quality stuff at that. So whether you want to attach a small pin to your backpack or get like a full-blown lanyard, you can get the whole set or get them individually at Five Below. I think these are pretty neat. Comment below if your children's school has any objections to these. I think it gives the children a little bit of personality. I think these are also good for those who love going to Universal or different amusement parks. On the other side, they have Strawberry Shortcake, Marie from the Aristocats. I feel like those 2 characters are always going to be at Five Below. I'm not sure what that Smoko or Tato thing is. I just looked it up. Apparently, it's a pretty popular character, but I'm not familiar with it. They do have their products at Five Below. I know that's for sure. Again, in this area, they have keychains, pens. Now, these particular ones, they do have big, fluffy bow keychains, ID holders, and lanyards. For the other side is part of their Halloween collection. I never seen that thing called Terrifier. I don't know. I don't know. They have Ghostface, Halloween, and some of them they try to make the Ghostface look cutesy. I guess that's a whole aesthetic for some people. I don't know. But it's pretty much the same thing. Keychains, you have the bow keychains, lanyards, pens, pretty much the same thing, but the Halloween collection. Of course, I'm going to show you the backpacks. So they have $5 backpacks, $7 character ones, accessories as they do every year. I will say as far as the backpacks this year, they've kind of upgraded their quality a little bit better than the previous ones. Before I noticed the characters were kind of faded and then those particular backpacks were kind of smaller, but this year it does look better, I will say. Five Below does a pretty good job with having matching water bottles and bento boxes because it is going to be more expensive at other stores like Walmart and Target. I know I keep bringing them up, but I'm just saying at those other stores, it gets pricey. Of course, they have Lilo and Stitch. Oh my goodness, if you watched my short this morning, they have a whole section dedicated to K-pop demon hunters, and it seems like Five Below went all out. Some of this stuff looks better than what I've seen in bigger stores. These are glitter phone cases, and while the glitter is going extremely slow, these are pretty cool. Oh my goodness, every time I see this collection or stuff in stores, like I think to myself, me and my husband have so much movies and shows to catch up on. Right next to it, they have an earbud and storage pouch set, a keycap set, and that is a magnetic wallet. Underneath it, they have a power bank, a phone wristlet, and lots of clothing options. Some of this stuff we've seen in Five Below before, but it looks like they have even more. So like I said, for all the K-pop Demon Hunter fans, you are going to love this section. I had to see what this is, and it is a cruise sock. I feel like they always have that for major collection drops. Of course, they have the backpack, and for $7, I would say that that looks pretty good. Compared to other stores, that is half the price of their backpacks. Someone really picked through their shirts because they left a mess. There's also pajama pants over there, but those are going for $5.55. Apparently there's a trading card game for it, lots of puzzles, notebooks, and while that does look like ramen, that is not ramen. Those are actually cruise socks in there, so those are going for $6. Now there is ramen available at Five Below that is K-pop Demon Hunter themed, but I'll show you that in a bit. Moving along, one of my favorite areas in this display was definitely the backpack accessories. So again, the backpack is going for $7, great quality, but look at all this. Like I said, Five Below went all out for K-pop Demon Hunters. Big old magnets and everything. The tote bags are pretty cute, and this matches the hoodie that they have. I think they have 3 different tote bags if I'm not mistaken, 2 for the boy group, 1 for the main group. They have some peel and stick gem arts and some water bottles. You can find this in other stores, but remember this is only $5 at Five Below. For the parents that are watching that are going back to school shopping, do you guys notice that the water bottles are expensive? Literally, I've seen $20-something water bottles. To me, that is craziness. Those are actual ramen cups at the bottom, and they do have matching cups and books. My store had a very small section for Spider-Man. I will say that I like that hoodie, but hopefully they bring out some more stuff for the boys. On an end cap, I did find some silicone food containers. Someone separated that one, but it is supposed to look like the picture, and they have a silicone bento box. Underneath it, they have some cloth lunch boxes. On the other side, they have even more school supplies. So these are the planners, journals, and calendars. Five Below tends to have some catchy phrases on there, but to me this year was a bit toned down. I don't know. But that is notebooks and binders. Again, these are $5, some are $3, $2. Look at this jumbo pencil. My goodness, it's huge. They have jumbo pens right in front of it, the pointer pens, and even a jumbo highlighter. I don't think I've ever seen those at Five Below. One of my favorite school supply finds was this index card case, only going for $2. This is more expensive elsewhere, and I actually looked. We always encourage studying and organization, so I'm definitely planning on picking those up for sure. My kids need it. To the left, they also have the index cards with the rings. You might find a better value for that at Walmart. Those were only $1, but at Walmart, they have like 1,000 index cards, 5 rings, and I think it's going for $13.97. So I don't know. They have headphones. I don't know if I would buy headphones from Five Below, maybe for the younger grades. They have a section dedicated to the teachers. So it says stock your classroom, lots of markers, pens, classroom decors, poster markers. Look at this cute $5 teacher's note set. That is really cute. Of course, they had to add the Apple Pen. They have a calendar. I always try to get one of these at the beginning of the school year for my kids. So whenever an event is coming up, they have it right in their room and they can write down the event on that day so they don't forget. Those calendars are pretty useful. They have accessories for teachers. Look at this. They have the clips, the headbands. I say for teachers, but we all know some students wear this as well. It is so cute and very similar to what you see in like Target, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls. Of course, you're gonna have the Clorox there. That is absolutely necessary for classrooms. We always try to donate some of those to the class because listen, it'd be rough out there. Remember from my last Five Below walkthrough video, I showed you an item from this collection and I wasn't sure who she was. I seen this whole display and I was like, let me look up who she is. Apparently she's like an influencer that plays games online. Pretty popular too. It makes sense why they have gaming items in her collection. So the headset, keyboards, it makes sense now. It makes sense. Good for her. I found this wipe set. It took me a minute to realize what this was. No, I did not see wipes on the front when I first picked it up. Those are in the scents of vanilla ice cream, strawberry milkshake, and boba tea. If you're interested in the hand sanitizer sprays, they have Dippin' Dots and Double Bubbles. I feel like these are always fun finds. They have the larger Touchland dupe ones with a lip oil set in there. Ooh. Tell me why they duped Victoria's Secret. Look at that packaging. It says pretty in pink and it has the dogs on there. This set has a lip mask and a hand sanitizer spray. Look at that. That is Victoria's Secret pink through and through. Make sure you're looking in the keychain area. It's right next to where the magnets are. You'll find some cool items there. Look at this dragon one. I could not stop messing with it. They have a scorpion one and a skeleton one. The way that it moves kind of just draws me in. I don't know why I thought the dumpling and broccoli keychain was so funny. You'll find some interesting stuff in the keychain section. Remember I went over this layered collection? Well, apparently they have new body butters like Cherry Crush, which is the strongest body butter and it smells amazing. As far as the whipped in the pound cake body butter, it was on the lighter side, so definitely go for the Cherry Crush if you want to get one. That is it for my walkthrough. Thank you for watching, and as always, have fun, stay blessed, and happy shopping.